morning, all of you. Today, we are going to discuss whether advertisement is good or bad. Advertisement of any kind, advertisement of any substances, any items which are in the market. Is it good or bad? So I will start by putting up my views on this subject. I think that advertisement of any kind of things which we are doing, which companies are doing, is really good. It helps people know more about the kind of items which are there in the market. Mostly it makes them prepared. It informs them about any of the new items which are being launched, any of the new technologies which are being launched in the market, and then they can be ensured that they are buying the latest product. So I think that advertisement mostly ensures that people know everything about the latest products and latest things which are in the market, and they should be allowed to get to know all the knowledge before they are buying every product. So I think that when every company does its marketing, its advertisement in every through every possible means, through newspapers or television screens, through radio, then almost every section of the society, whether it's poor people, it's high class rich people, every kind of people in the society which are living, all of the people come to know about the items which the company is launching, and how the price range, expenses are there of this item. So I think that advertisement is really good for informing people about the things which are in the market. What do you think about it?
Yeah, sure. So thanks, Vedant, for contributing your ideas. And before we move ahead with this video, I would like to suggest one thing. So maybe in some of our videos, because there are some topics where we have a positive point and a negative point at the on the same end. Maybe it's not like that. For example, in advertising, it's just not like that I am so negative on it or I'm so positive on it. It's just that I have few positive points and few negative points. So why not, when we speak on both the ends?
Right.
So if Varna, you want to, if you have, it's not necessary, but if you have any negative points that you feel on advertisements, then please go ahead.
Yeah, if I consider any negative side of advertising any kind of item, so there can be a lot of disadvantages. With advantages comes the disadvantages as well. So the advertisements are not really in much more quantity. So a company gets its advertisement in one TV reality show for about 2 times in a day. So advertisements are not really done in much more quantity. So advertisements are really expensive. If you want to telecast your ads in a television, or you want to broadcast it in a radio, or you want to print it in a magazine, then you have to pay a lot more amount of money. So when a money element comes into this issue of advertisement rates, there is always a possibility that the owners or the proprietors of those shops which are not gaining a lot more money through selling their items, those sellers won't be able to put up their ads in these TV reality shows, because these ads are really expensive. And this also creates a kind of a chain, that one proprietor who gains a lot more money through selling his objects, he gets to give his ad through all the means which are available to broadcast his ad. And then people see only his ad, and not the ad which a simple businessman wants to keep in front of the people. So a high class businessman puts up his ad, people get to see his ad, they are inspired by they're motivated, and they think that his item is really good, and they buy the big businessman's object. So I think that in this chain, it creates a chain that one person who is rich, who is a rich businessman, becomes more and more rich when people are inspired by his ads, and the other person who is a small businessman who runs a small shop, he doesn't get much more income, and his shoppers, the people who come to his shop to buy, they also are inspired by the big businessman, and they go to his shop. In this kind of manner, the big businessman is getting more and more rich, and the other businessman who doesn't gain more, his situation is getting worse and worse. So I think that there should be kind of a equality with which the advertisements should be broadcasted. It shouldn't the advertisements shouldn't just take one person in place and then keep his position in place so that he becomes more and more rich. So I think this is a great disadvantage of ads, that one who is rich, he broadcasts more ad and he is much more popular. All the people kind of buy his items and he becomes more and more rich. So this is a really bad advantage of the ads as well.
Right, I totally agree with you, and I would like to share my views on this too. So adding to the profits of the advertisements, as Vardhan said earlier, it's right that if we don't have any of the advertisements, we would be in our own black box and we would not know anything about the stuffs, the products, the appliances, the electronics, the vehicles, anything in the market. Whatever is coming new, we would be in our black box. We would just be able to know things that are in our city or maybe in our neighborhood, but we won't be able to know about the stuff that is in the market outside. So yes, advertisements help us a lot. Maybe we end up purchasing that item or not, doesn't matter, but it increases our knowledge of what things are in the market. So I guess advertisement is necessary, yes. And Vardhan has already mentioned a negative point. The second negative point that I would like to say is that the advertisements try to fool the common public. So for example, they will take a glamorous movie star for a shampoo ad, and they will show a wig that is just beautiful hair wig, and they will show that you can get such big hairs in a shampoo pouch of 1 rupees. That's actually fooling your customers. That is an ad that is actually fooling the customers, because first of all, that hairs are not real. Secondly, that film star is not using that shampoo. And thirdly, the stuff that can make your hairs grow so long and look so beautiful cannot come in 1 rupee. 1 rupee, if it is a 1 rupee, it is not a herbal product, it is not a natural product, it is complete chemicals. Because you can't get a pouch in 1 rupee with this whole packaging, selling, profiting, because they are taking the profit out of that too. So they can't give you a pouch in 1 rupee with a herbal amazing product. They cannot give you. So with these advertisements, how they actually build a story around it, they are actually fooling the common public who are not maybe that educated or aware. They are actually getting fooled up. So that's my view. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a really big issue. Mostly the companies which are earning a lot, so they can ask big superstars, big reality show superstars to do their ads, so that because mostly the population in every country, I just generalize it as every country, not much of the population is well educated. They just see my ad to be a kind of thing which just motivates them. If they see if they see a big superstar with very long hair using a shampoo which is in reality of inferior quality, but if a big superstar of reality show he is doing this ad, so they are motivated that they can also become like that superstar if they use this kind of shampoo. It also applies to any kind of things. I mean, whether it's technology, whether it's clothing as well. So I think these the people who are watching the ads, the viewers should also keep in mind that if you are really getting an item for 1 rupee, for $1, which can really increase your hair length, or which can really make you look as smart as a TV show reality star. So I think that's really fooling you, because if it was so easy, then all of the people have $1, so all can become a TV superstar. But that doesn't happen. There are a lot more elements which come into consideration when you want to become a reality superstar. Same applies with the technology. People think that if that mobile phones or different type of printers, different types of communication devices, they make you really smart. But they don't consider the pros and cons of every kind of item which is available. They just see if a big superstar is doing its ad, then it's really verified. Mostly the people think that if a big personality is using these kind of items, then it is really verified by those big business tycoons, the TV reality show. But even the superstars who are just broadcasting these kind of ads, who are working in these kind of ads, they don't really use these inferior quality ones. What they use, the items which they really use, the items, for example, the item of a shampoo, the shampoo which their staff recommends them is totally of a very high value. It's totally very expensive, and almost about a 5% population of that country can really afford it, and they know about it. As far as the lower income population of any kind of country is concerned, those people even don't know which kind of shampoo the stylist of that superstar is recommending them. They don't really know. What they know is the inferior quality ones, and they think that the superstar is getting big hair and quality hair, colorful hair through these kind of items. But they don't know that in reality these inferior ones only contain chemicals. And therefore the population which is viewing these kind of ads should be much more educated. The government should also ensure that that these kind of ads which are being broadcasted, these are verified by the government or any kind of organization which can really tell them what's the reality behind these kind of advertisements. So I think that if we are watching any kind of ad which is being done by a great superstar, then we should always keep in mind that these things are not much of reality. For getting a better result, we should try for a limited quantity of that product on ourselves, and then if we really like it, if we really observe great results, then we can continue using that product. But self-analysis is far better than those TV stars analysis. So I think that if you want to use any kind of product which is available in the market, you should first analyze it.
Very, very nicely said, both Vidushi and Vardhan. I would like to take a user or customer perspective on that. I personally find myself really annoyed by ads, especially when they are in excess. I would take an example of when I'm coming back from work, and that's like the peak time when I'm listening to the radio. And majority of the time, what I find, like my 70 or even higher percentage of my commute time is largely occupied by ads. I am tuning into the radio to listen to some music or some podcast, to listen to a discussion, but majority of the time it's so taken up by ads that I just lose my interest in listening to any of that. So I have to resort to like my own personal collection or a downloaded recording of a podcast or something like that. So I do think so, like it really hampers like what the interest level of the customer is. I don't know, like many of the people feel the same way. This even applies to like TV reality shows or shows that extend to like half an hour, or they are like 15% of 50% of them is just covered by ads. So very little you actually get to see. They shoot like one day and they are able to broadcast it throughout the week. So that much content they are able to make profit out of. So I do think so that it kind of gets very annoying and very time consuming. Like that time you are basically watching like for a half an hour TV show, you are basically watching 2.5 hours in 1 week, but you are actually spending 5 hours just to watch that show because of all the ads that come in the interplay. Second thing that I was thinking about it, that what tends to happen with a lot of companies is that once they have like a product out, they kind of put like all the developments for the product into the backbench, and all the main focus just shifts to the advertisement.
I agree with that.
Yeah, the quality of the product doesn't really improve that much. Once the product is out, it's just the same. Take for example Clinic Plus shampoo, from the shampoo example that we just discussed. It still is the same. It still dries your hair as bad as it used to like 10 years ago. There has been no improvements. There has been just improvements in the ads that you see. So more and more people are buying just because there are better ads, but the quality of the product is still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It has been a really big issue, and mostly every kind of person is getting into this kind of issue, that whenever they are watching any kind of news, any kind of TV show, any kind of movie, they are mostly these kind of shows are mostly obstructed by such viewing of these ads, as seen by mostly the viewers, and as they complain, it's observed that if for a 3 hours movie, a 3 hours movie is mostly compensated by about 45 minutes of ads. So it's really about 1/4 of the ads of the time. So I think the ads are really eating up our time. We don't really consider it because they are because once the movies get started, it shows up at 15 minutes, and then 1 minute and then 5 minutes ad comes in between. So we don't really think that it's much of a big issue, but as it gets accumulated, it's a really big issue. Also, the TV shows, any kind of movie, any kind of news, especially because news anchors, news channels, they have a lot more race between them. Which kind of ads do you broadcast? Which of the types of heroes, the superstars you are taking into consideration, or you are taking to make up your ads. So it's a really big race in between all of the TVs, all of the movies, shows, and news shows. So there is a race because they also want to they also want to make up more money by broadcasting the ads, and they also charge huge amounts of money for broadcasting these kinds of ads. And if they are getting more and more ads, then if they are getting more money by the ads than by the viewers, if a news channel is not getting much of the viewers and it's not getting much of the money through its users, then it should obviously, it will obviously go towards the ad producing side. If it's getting more and more money from the ad producing side, then why shouldn't it broadcast more ads as compared to news? So it's really a race in between any kind of movie shows, TV shows, news channels, to broadcast these kinds of ads so that they can gain a lot of more money. Also, it's a really big issue that between the news channels, as that these companies, they have only one motto, that they want to sell the product. And if they want to sell the product, they have to convince the local population, the population which is not much educated, which doesn't know the inside out of every product, the pros and cons, the advantages, disadvantages, the goods and bads of every kind of product. They don't know about any of these, but still the company wants to convince those kind of people that this product is really good. You can buy it and you'll be totally convinced by it. So how do we do that? They convince these kind of people by taking up more and more TV shows and actors to do up their ads, so that people are motivated. But the big issue that these kind of companies should really take concern of is that they should try to level up the condition, level up the quality of their products. They are not building up the quality of the products. Their quality is degrading. It's in a dilapidated condition. Almost every product which you see in the market, the company spends a lot more amount of money in producing these kind of ads as compared to making the products as compared to their R&D R&D bench. Those people don't do research much on the kind of product, the quality of the product. They spend more money on the marketing side rather than on the R&D side. So I think that the company should try to change up this kind of attitude towards this thing. They should be more realistic. First of all, you should try to build up your quality as well, because quality is the thing which should really matter. Even if you don't do much of the ads, but if your quality is really good, then people will come to you. People will buy your products even if you don't do these kind of ads, because as you can see, small car companies produce a lot more ads as compared to the bigger car companies like Mercedes, BMW, Lamborghini, any kind of big cars companies which are really good. So these kind of companies provide you the best quality materials available in the market. So they don't really need to produce a lot more ads in a lot more number on every kind of TV show, any kind of movie show or reality show. So I think that if you pay attention to more of or if you pay attention more on the quality side for improving the quality, then I think that you will be more benefited as compared to producing ads and producing a lot more money on the marketing and ad side. Also, as you pointed out a point that these kind of ads are mostly they take a lot more time on your radio shows also. So I think that the radio should try to channel these kinds of ads into some different kind of categories, and they should be the viewers, the listeners should be granted this kind of personal choice. Which kind of ad do they want to listen in between your music or any kind of conversation you are taking on a radio. So I think that there should be some kind of division. We should try to divide these kind of ads into different kind of categories, so that viewers get the choice which kind of ads do they want to listen on, either on radio or on television. The viewer choice should always be kept first, and rest other things as compared to ads or any kind of advertisement, it should be kept as a second priority. What do you say?
I totally agree with you both. Great points, actually, very great points. I have one thing to say here, that I feel along with advertisements, the education to understand the advertisements is also very necessary. So for example, if somebody is showing you a biscuit packet of 5 rupees, and 5 rupees this big biscuit packet, and saying it is rich in vitamin D, it is rich in this, it has all these vitamins, it has these good fibers, it has everything, how can you actually get so much nutrition in 5 rupees? Then you don't have to actually take say your kidney beans or your chickpeas, or your say your, if you're a non-vegetarian, then fish, chicken. Then you don't have to take any nutritious stuff, I guess. Then you can just that which is expensive, or like to say paneer. Then in that scenario, you can just take a 5 rupees packet of a biscuit and you can just survive on it for your whole life if it is that nutritious. So nobody can give you that much nutrition in say 5 rupees. So I guess it's very important for the customers also to start analyzing the ads that they're seeing. So normally what happens, as Pratik already mentioned, that after they have a stuff, the product out, they will just focus on its marketing and they will not focus on its improvement. So it's the same, it's the correct thing. They will improve, say, its packaging. They will change the packaging. They will just make the packaging more fancier, more attractive, but they will not work on the product quality, because also the thing is that they don't want to work on the product quality, because that will make that product expensive and
lower their profit margins.
And that will lower the profit margins. Plus, it will also lower their purchase numbers, because maybe people will not be then purchasing a 15 rupees biscuit packet, and they will be still purchasing a lesser value packet of a biscuit. So I guess it's also about the public awareness.
As Vardhan said, that there is like a lack of supervision as to what the quality of the ads are and what quality of the products are basically dispensed to the consumer. I think so during this COVID times, we have seen a lot of content that has come up on YouTube that is basically just evaluating all the products that are existing. Like what are the best 5 shampoos under $10 or $100. Those kind of videos are gaining a lot of popularity. People are just evaluating products online. So that's one thing that people are taking into their own hands, like and kind of dispensing that knowledge that not everyone actually is able to see that. So that I see as a good part as well. The second thing that I wanted to mention, that if we wanted to basically study like how many people are actually annoyed by ads watching on the TV, you could easily see that how many people disconnected their cable services and switched to an Amazon Prime or a Netflix subscription, because those are without ads. And if people are switching to that direction, that's basically saying that they don't want ads.
Yeah, ads mostly take up lot more of your time, and the people who are watching these kind of ads, if they are not of this kind of mental status that they don't want to see this kind of ads, they are really irritated, and therefore they are switching to these kind of platforms where they don't get to see any kind of ads, like the Netflix or Amazon Prime or any kind of these platforms. So I think that we should try to look up more for the awareness which we are lacking. The population should be much more aware how we should censor each and every kind of ad which is available, which is coming on the TV, which is being broadcasted. Those kind of ads should be censored as far as possible, and we should have and the government should also try to divide these kind of ads into different categories, so that people who really want to see these kind of ads, who are really of that kind of social status, mental status, only those kind of people get to see these kind of ads, and not everyone is just irritated by these silly ads. So I think that if we can just censor each and every kind of ad which we are seeing, it will be a lot more productive work, and it will be a lot more easier. It saves time also, and it increases productivity also. If we get to see the ads which we really want, which are really helpful to us. If a person, for example, if a person is a business tycoon, he has a big business in all around the world, and he gets to see, and he is watching advertisement of inferior quality car on TV. It is mostly useful for that kind of person, because he is a lot more rich person. He will buy a lot more big cars which are really expensive ones. So why not show him these kinds of ads which are really more beneficial to him? So I think that the governments are also trying to channel these kind of ads into different categories, like the local news channels mostly broadcast local news, local ads. The products of those the ads of those products which are available locally, and the big news channels, the national news channels or the global news channels like the BBC World News or the CNN. So these news channels mostly broadcast high level advertisements which are really of great value to big persons who are really rich, and they are famous persons. So I think that the government is also trying to channel these kinds of ads into different categories according to the personal interest of the viewers. Process is going on, and we think that in the near future the quality of the ads and the interest of the people will be totally of the concern cost, and the ads will be a lot more safer, and they will not irritate people. There will be a lot more equality in comparing the ads in the advertisements of ads. So we really look on to these kinds of changes in the near future for the development of ads. What do you think?
I totally agree with each and every point that Vardhan mentioned, and you too, Prateek. And I guess it's time that we summarize. And I guess we have already covered almost every point of positive and negative of advertisements. And I guess it's time now that we summarize.
Yeah, I'll summarize. Yeah. So while concluding our talk today, I would like to say that it's really important for us to censor every kind of ad. Secondly, we should be shown every kind of viewer which is watching these kind of ads. He should be allowed to keep his personal interest according to the ads. The ads should be of a lower. There shouldn't be a race in between different kind of companies, or to build up a lot more expensive ads, and to take up a lot to take up as big as a superstar for producing their ads. So I think that there should be a race to advertise. The advertising companies should keep their first priority as the quality product, as the product, or as a quality of the product. So it is really important. If they keep more mind on building up a lot more safer product, a lot more quality product, then they will not, then the need of doing a lot more advertisements is really gone, and more people will be buying your products than watching your ads on the TV screens. They will be really motivated and convinced by the quality of your products. Also, the companies should try to picture more reality into these ads, and there shouldn't be a complete fooling of the people when people listen to these ads, watch them in the on the TV screens, or read them in the magazines. The company should try to remain as transparent as possible, and there shouldn't be opaqueness between a company and a customer. The customer should know each and every part of the quality of the product which is being broadcasted, whose quality is being broadcasted on the television, radio, or on the magazine. So I think that there should be a perfect channel of communication, of transparency between a company and a customer through their kinds of ads. So I think the company should try to really work on these kind of issues which I have mostly talked about, and we look forward to the company's efforts towards this direction.
Yeah, so nicely summarized, Vardhan. And we all hope that the next move on the advertisement, for the advertisement industry, will be better, will be full of truth, and will actually help people out, and will not bore them, will be for in their interest. So so we can just hope for it, and with that we can finish our video today, and looking forward for the next time with a new topic, and with a very new interesting topic. So
until next time.
Yes, see you next time.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Yeah, bye.